I mean, we met in high school when I was at Skyline in Dallas, my freshman year.
I remember somebody telling me that he had a crush on me, but I didn't really know who he was. And they told me that his name was Chris Lopez. And the first thing I thought was, why is his last name Lopez and he's black?
But I transferred, so after that, we still friends, but really didn't keep in contact.
We didn't see each other until about 8 years later.
My junior year in college, I saw her at my LB's party.
When I walked in, I saw Chris standing in the corner with his frat brother, and I waved at him, and he just kind of looked at me like, who is this random girl waving at me? And he looked at me and licked his lips and was like, man, you've grown up.
So after that, we just we started talking.
We didn't exchange numbers or anything that night. We danced together, talked a little bit, and then that was it. My line sister Beverly told me that she had saw him again like the night after I saw him at another party, and he asked her over and over and over again, even though he said he only asked once. So I texted our friend and asked for his number, and it was funny because my friend was like, oh, well, he's standing right next to me. He said call him later. So I was like, okay, great.
When we initially started talking, I think the first time we actually communicated, she was headed down to Louisiana for a AKA conference.
On the way out of town, I text Chris and I just said, hey Chris, this is Demetrice. I got your number from Justin.
I went ahead and just told her, give me a call when you get back. And she did that. She gave me a call then and when she got back to Dallas.
He literally just said, I wanted to make sure that you made it safely, have fun, call me when you make it home. And I thought that was the sweetest thing in the world. So of course, when I got home, I called him and he asked me how my trip was.
And after that, we talked almost every day, every night. We would talk till like 6 in the morning.
And literally that night, we never went a day without talking to each other.
It was one of those situations where we was friends, just wanting to, get to know each other better.
And we dated or talked for about 3 months and nobody knew. My friends didn't know, his friends didn't know.
I could feel that our relationship getting stronger, and it was just while we were talking, just as friends.
It all started from there.
Yeah, started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
Things that I like about Demetrice.
Chris is, even though he tries to come across as, macho and hard, he is a softie on the inside.
Classy. She's intelligent. If anybody talked about Demetrice, it was that she was the smartest girl pretty much in the school.
He was genuine, he was just being himself. He was so caring towards me. He spoiled me, a lot of people say.
She's always made me better. And whatever I do, that's something I've always admired.
If he tells you that something's going to happen, or if he tells you that he's going to do something, he's going to make it happen.
It makes me feel comfortable because knowing that this is going to be the person that I spend the rest of my life with, I know that we can always find fun, no matter what it is that we're doing.
People always ask me if I knew that Chris was going to propose, and I didn't. I kind of had a feeling. We had been together at that time for almost 3 years.
Was thinking of a plan as far as proposing.
I kind of knew that it was coming, but I didn't know when. So, I mean, I'm kind of nosy, and I know that Chris wanted to surprise me.
I wanted to do something that was symbolic.
He had asked me what kind of ring I wanted like a year before that.
It was her last year of law school, and when we met, we both talked about how we really wanted to be lawyers and go to law school. I felt like it was only appropriate for me to do it in a law school setting. So I contacted her professor and basically set it up with the professor.
I was in class one day, and then I see him come in, and at first I thought somebody died because he came in a suit, and I'm just kind of like, well, what happened? What are you doing here?
I walked in front of her and got down on one knee.
Like, didn't say anything, and I smacked myself in the face.
And I pulled out the ring, and she just started crying, just started bawling.
It was just completely unexpected. I did not expect him to come and propose to me in class at 8 o'clock in the morning.
All the students in the classroom, you know, all the women were just in shock, and all the men was pretty much telling me not to do it.
It was the most amazing proposal, and I'm so happy that he did it that way because I was definitely surprised.
February 16th, the significance of that day is because that's the day that my mom passed away.
I didn't have the opportunity to meet her because she passed away, I think it was going on 2 years before Chris and I actually started dating.
It's significant in the sense that's the day that I lost my best friend, my angel. My mom and I, we were very close. So I kind of want to also make that day a good day where I married my new angel in Demetrice.
I never met her, but I love her because she raised him to be such a great man.
Our whole relationship, I've always told Demetrice, you do a lot that reminds me of my mom's.
People who know Chris know that he is a caregiver. And the reason that he is that way is because he took care of his mother for years while she was sick.
It's gonna be a bittersweet type of day, but it's really special to me because, like I said, those both have been like the two female angels in my life, so I wanted that day to mean something.
To have a moment that will make him happy, and that he'll no longer, I mean, he'll still probably get sad on that day regardless, but I'm happy that I'm able to share such a special day with him. I'm really excited about the wedding. It's been a lot of work planning it, but it's all gonna be worth it, I know.
The wedding, I feel like it's gonna be a really nice wedding. It's gonna be beautiful.
I think the thing I'm most excited about is to have our families come together as one. I grew up in a small family, didn't really have that many cousins or aunts or anything like that. And so to go from, you know, not having that to getting a whole gang of cousins and aunts and, you know, another grandma, and I'm really excited about that.
I feel like she's someone that I could start a family with, because that's something that I really look forward to doing.
People ask us every other day, do we want kids? Yes, we want kids. He wants 2, I want 3, so we say 2 and a maybe.
And just building a strong Christian household.
His grandparents were married for a really long time. My grandparents were married for a really long time, and my grandmother actually just passed away, and I learned what "till death do us parts" really means watching her and my grandfather during her last couple of years of life because she was sick. That's what Chris and I want. So I'm excited about the wedding, but I'm even more excited about the life that we're going to have long after that.